Here's the problem. Most salespeople are trained to play a game that guarantees stress. And you've been told to do that.
Just work like hell, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week.
Hustle hard.
Making every minute count.
Grind harder.
You have to work harder than the average person.
So what happens? Selling becomes a grind, a hustle, a recovery job. You're overcoming objections and still walking away at the end of the day thinking, man, I don't even feel good about how I'm doing this. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the exact shift that separates the salesperson who burns out from the sales warrior who becomes untouchable. I'm going to give you a 3-step tactical way to install a 100% resolution mindset in every conversation immediately. I'm talking about the most profitable, most ethical, the most powerful sales standard that you can adopt. 100% resolution starting now. Now, let's make this uncomfortable because comfort is what keeps you average. When you're selling from pressure, you become addicted to outcomes. You walk into every conversation needing them to buy, and the buyer, yeah, they feel it. They may not be able to describe it, but they sense it instantly. And the buyer does what buyers do when they sense pressure. They resist, they stall, they delay, they think about it. I'll get back to you. I got to get a couple more bids. They disappear, they ghost you. Then you get even more desperate, don't you? And you tighten the screws, you hunker down, you double down, you grind it, you follow up until they buy or die. Look, that's the sales trap, and it gets worse. You close the wrong people for the wrong reasons. They cancel, they complain, they feel manipulated, they destroy your reputation. Your Google reviews are all 1 stars now. You feel guilty or frustrated. Your confidence completely drops, and you start blaming circumstances. You blame your leads, you blame the price, you blame the product, you blame the competition, you blame marketing, the economy, your manager, your company. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. But here's the brutal truth. It's not the market, it's the identity. And if you don't fix that, you can work harder for the next 10 years and still be stuck, poor, and unhappy. So here's my promise to you. If you adopt what I'm about to teach you, if you make resolution your standard, then you will, number 1, increase your close rate without being pushy. Number 2, eliminate buyer's remorse. Number 3, stop fearing objections. Number 4, stop feeling like you have to recover from selling because it's been such a grind. I'm so exhausted because I've been trying to con people, manipulate people, push people. And you're going to start building a reputation where clients say this: thank you. Thank you for guiding me through this. You are the best sales professional I've ever met in my entire life. I only wish there were more salespeople just like you. You are incredible. That's what they're going to say to you. You're going to start measuring your success not based on how many sales you earn, but on how many thank yous you receive. So you're going to become the sales professional, the sales warrior that people trust, and the competition can't touch that. So before I give you the solution, I want to make this very practical for you. I put together a free tool that you can use immediately after this video. So click the link and download the 100% resolution scorecard plus the Sales Warrior Covenant. This includes a quick scorecard to audit every conversation, the covenant you can read before calls to lock in your identity, and a simple resolution close script that you can use to end conversations with clarity, resolution, and do it in a very noble, honorable way. So go download it because the rest of this is where the shift happens. If you're skeptical, good. Skepticism keeps you from being conned or manipulated. So here's the proof, not the hype, that will give you more reassurance. I wasn't always this way. In the beginning, I was all about hustle hard, hustle like you're broke, think like a millionaire. I had a big painting that was all about it, all that kind of cheesy stuff. But here's the thing. I went from consistently being in the top 20% to the top 1%, and eventually being ranked the #1 sales trainer in the world in 2025 from global gurus based on measurable results. This is right next to the greats of Jordan Belfort and Grant Cardone and some of the other ones, the creators of spin selling, solution selling, challenger sale. Go to Global Gurus, check it out. And this isn't just about me. This is a framework that I've been using and now is battle tested across industries and environments where excuses get exposed fast. It was even trusted by the Department of War because my team helped double the conversion rate for the United States Army recruiters in a 90-day window. Just think about that. Recruiting is high resistance. It's high stakes. It's tons of objections like, I don't want to serve this government, or I don't want to die, or I don't want to leave my girlfriend behind. There's all kinds of crazy objections. There's a lot of fear. And the answer, it wasn't pressure harder or hustle more, which is exactly what Fort Knox was teaching them. The answer was lead people to resolution, lead them to freedom. So let me tell you the moment it clicked for me. I was selling new homes and I sat across from a woman going through a divorce. She wasn't looking for countertops or upgrades. She wasn't looking for a deal. She was searching for something deeper. She was searching for freedom. See, the old version of me would have focused on getting the sale. I would have talked about, we got one more remaining. You better make a decision today or you're going to miss out on this. My identity back then that led me to be a pressure-oriented salesperson was I was a fierce competitor. I never wanted to miss my quota. I knew how to push, but something shifted inside of me. I looked at her that day and I realized something in my soul. I'm not here to win a deal. I'm here to lead her to resolve the truth. I'm here to help her achieve freedom. And that was the day I stopped chasing outcomes and I started guiding people to resolution. And here's the irony. The moment I stopped needing the sale, I started closing more than ever before. Have you ever noticed that? Like, think of like the needy guy in the bar, right? When the needy guy is going up to the girl and they're trying to approach them and they're super needy. And it's like, I'll do anything you want. You want this, I'll buy you this. You want that, I'll do that, whatever you want. Like, that guy is not very successful. No girl likes the needy guy. But in the beginning, I was a little bit of the needy guy. And again, it worked, but it also didn't work because I had a lot of buyer's remorse. See, people can feel that intention. They can feel when you're attached to their wallet versus committed to their clarity and their peace and freedom and resolution. Now let's install a 100% resolution mindset in every conversation by following 3 simple steps. Step number 1, you got to replace closing with resolution. See, most people think the goal is to get a yes. That's wrong. The goal is 100% resolution. See, resolution means you help the buyer make a clear, confident decision that aligns with their best interest, even if it's a no. Because when the buyer gets resolution, they trust you, they feel safe, they stop spinning, and they stop delaying. So here's the standard you must live by. Write this down. Did I give the customer the best sales experience of their life? Like, hold yourself to that standard. The second question you want to ask yourself to achieve sales freedom is, did I help them achieve resolution? Resolution means sometimes you're not the right one for them, but again, it's about helping them achieve resolution. So if you can say yes to those 2 questions, you win every single time. Step number 2, you must sell with the 3 voices, which is empathy, authority, and truth. So this is where most salespeople completely collapse. They lean on one of the voices and neglect the others. A sales warrior uses all 3, and that's what gives them the ultimate advantage. So empathy is the servant, and that's the voice of, I get you. I understand what you're going through. I can see how. What I'm hearing is. See, empathy is I feel what you feel, and it creates safety. The next one is authority, and that's being the leader, a person that they follow to a place they wouldn't go on their own. It's the voice of, I got you. Here's what I recommend. The way we work is. The next step is. See, authority creates certainty. And then the last one is truth, and that's the protector archetype. This is the voice, the language of, I'm going to be straight with you. I'm concerned you'll regret this because what I'm noticing is, the real issue is. See, truth creates freedom. Just like it says in the Bible, the truth will set us free, and it'll set you free. It'll set your customers free. It'll set your integrity free. Truth is very, very valuable. So if you're missing any of these, the sale breaks. No empathy equals they don't feel understood. No authority is they don't feel led and they don't feel directed. And no truth, yeah, they don't feel protected from a bad decision or from maybe their friends and family or other people that don't understand what they're going through, and they feel like their friends and family are sometimes against them. See, your job is to blend all three until resistance melts and resolution begins. All right, step number 3, you got to live by a covenant and not a contract. See, this is where sales warriors separate from sales amateurs. Most salespeople operate on a contract. What's a contract? A contract is if you act right, I'll sell right, right? If you do your part, Mr. Buyer, if you seem interested, if you ask questions, you're not difficult to be around, if all decision makers are present, then I'll do my part. I'll turn it on. I'll be a great salesperson, right? If the buyer is agreeable, if they're qualified, if the decision's ready, if they're easy to be around, then again, the rep follows the process, right? You follow the process. But if the buyer is resistant or skeptical or argumentative, then what happens? That same salesperson that's living by a contract and not a covenant, they stop leading, they stop serving, they stop protecting, they stop being the best version of them and selling with integrity. See, a covenant is different. A covenant says, you deserve the best version of me regardless of how you show up. So here's the covenant standard. Regardless of their ability to afford it, regardless of resistance, regardless of whether decision makers are present, and regardless of cultural backgrounds, you follow the process. Because when your excellence is conditional, you hand control of your performance to the customer or the market or something outside of you. And that's weakness, and that's being a victim. See, anytime that you put your power outside of you, you're being a victim. Anytime you bring your power inside of you, you're being a warrior. And a sales warrior doesn't do conditional excellence. They choose it. Now, I've given you the identity shift and a 3-step install, but there's a missing puzzle piece that I can't fully unpack in this single video, because resolution isn't just mindset. It's also process. What you do, when you do it, and in what order. In our 5-4-3 factor challenge, we walk you through the exact operating system, the specific language, and the exact structure to eliminate uncertainty in any sale. So if you're sitting there thinking, all right, I get the idea, but what do I say next? And how do I run the conversation without guessing? Well, that's the gap that the challenge will fill just for you. So here's what to do now. First, click the link and download the free 100% resolution scorecard plus Sales Warrior Covenant. Print it, use it on your next sales call, audit yourself like a pro. Second, if you're ready to stop drifting and start operating with a real system, then join us in the 5-4-3 factor challenge, because that's where you'll get the full framework, the real reps, the coaching, and the missing puzzle piece that I can't deliver in just one video. And if this hits you and you felt convicted and you want more above the line selling is noble content just like this, like and subscribe, because this channel is about building sales warriors, not sales amateurs. Remember, selling isn't pressure. Selling is purpose. Selling is resolution. So go create sales freedom.